Good morning, everyone. If it's your first time here, I've called this Not the Evening News. And the reason it's called Not the Evening News is because it's not the evening, but this is the news, you see. So it makes sense when you think about it. Obviously, I wanted to do this every evening, but could not do it because that's my time with my girlfriend. So I'm not going to do it in the evening. I'm going to do it round about midday, Monday to Friday, and that'll be me. I've got a new setup now. So I've got an office that I'm going to be working out of now. This will be the general sort of format of the show now, I guess, and we'll take it from here. This is obviously just like a warm up. Like I don't know how this is all going to work, but fuck it, let's go for it. So let's get started with some news. It's going to be fantastic. Here we go. So the first asylum seekers are due in Crowborough Barracks in just weeks, but council joins legal action to fight it after thousands march in protest. So Crowborough is set to have bloody asylum seekers. Well, they're not asylum seekers, they're invaders, but they're set to have them go there. All the residents there have said, no, we don't want that shit around our town. And they're going to go ahead with it anyway. It is good to see actually that the council is getting involved and they're actually going to fight the battle with them, with the protesters. But it's going to be one of those things where no matter what they do, nothing is going to help. Those people, those invaders, are going to be put there anyway, aren't they? So it's a waste of time, but best of luck to them. I hope it all goes well. I hope the council can really help you out and get some stuff done. But I'm not optimistic about it, put it that way, because the councils in the past, they haven't proven successful. A perfect example of that is the Bell Hotel in Essex, which we all know about. That went disastrously bad, and yeah, nothing got done. Basically, those immigrants are still there, and yeah, nothing's changed. Everyone's still marching on the weekend, protesting outside the Bell Hotel, and the government just seem to not give a crap about it. They're going to do what they're going to do, regardless of what me and you do. So, screw it. We've then got Australia removes anonymity online. So yeah, basically Australia are, well, they've already banned under 16s from the internet. So if you're under 16 in Australia, you can't get on the internet. I mean, not legally anyway. Of course, there's always going to be some people that are going to log their kids in or log their mates in that are under 16. It's always going to happen. But they're just they're not having it anymore. They're like, if you're under 16, get off the internet. We're not having you. So yeah, that's where that's going. So I mean, how are they going to do this? How are they going to enforce this? It says the UK will follow suit soon. I have no doubt. But again, how are they going to enforce this? It's not something. If it was easy to do, or if it was doable in any way, I think a lot of people would have done this. Well, a lot of governments would have done this a long time ago, but they're not because it's near impossible to do. I mean, you've already got loads of people that are using, like with the face scan things, they're using like toys, like hot toys and things like that, just scanning the face of the hot toy, and it'll work. It'll let you it'll let you get online. So fair play to them. But it's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. So I don't see how they're planning to do this in any way. I just cannot see it working at all. But there you go. They're going to try regardless, aren't they? They're going to do what they want to do as per usual. So I don't know. It should be funny to watch. I guess should be pretty funny. We got a Russian general that has been killed by a car bomb in Moscow. Well, it's hard to feel bad for them when you invaded a country like Ukraine. So yeah, who cares really? If a general has been killed, well, murdered basically, in Moscow with a car bomb. Um, that's just another Saturday, really, isn't it? Just another Tuesday. Fuck it. I don't think anyone really gives a crap about that. Graduate jobs have halved after minimum wage rise. Again, who saw this coming? This is a total shocker, total surprise. We all knew this was coming. When you put basic wages up, and you've then got people that are new to the industry, fresh out of school, and they're going to be competing with people like, let's say, twice their age, you're always going to go with the more experienced person. The whole point of having a lower minimum wage was so that employers could employ less skilled people for jobs when they get out of further education and things. So, I mean, it's one of those things where the Labour government are absolutely just screwing us in the arsehole. Does it matter? Not to me, it doesn't. Not to me at all. But I'm sure there are many people out there that have just finished university, that have just finished college, that are now thinking, damn, I cannot find a job for the life of me. And Labour are going to be the reason why, because no one wants to hire you because you cost the same amount as somebody that's got more experience as you. So they're always going to go for the more experienced person. Why would they want to train you up just so you go and leave, like a year or 2 years later? Particularly if you've been to university and you get like a cashier job or something at the supermarket. Why would they want to train you up so that you leave a year later and go off to do your profession, your chosen profession, what you want to do? They just wouldn't do it. So again, it's screwing over. Well done, Labour, screwing over the young, basically, and the educated. That's the worst thing. It's screwing over the educated. But yeah, you've got to laugh or cry about it. I've made my choice. I'll laugh about it. Screw it. Wes Streeting has been pleaded with not to allow puberty blockers and not to experiment on British children. Do you know what? I thought we'd been through all of this. I thought all of this trans and all that sort of stuff, I thought whizzed through all of that. I thought we'd seen the light, like Sin Sense, but apparently not. Why is Wes Streeting testing puberty blockers on kids now? Where's this? Why is that a thing? Why is anyone testing puberty blockers on kids? Leave the kids alone. Just make it, if they feel like they're in the wrong body, make them wait until they're 18 years old, and then they can do what they want. Then basically they're an adult at that point, and they can do what they want. If they then want a transition or do whatever the fuck they want, then go for it. More power to you. But just give them a chance to grow up first. Give them a chance to become a person before you start messing with their biology and their fucking their puberty, basically. Everyone has to go through puberty. You can't just block it all your life, can you? Jesus Christ. People are stupid. People are thick as shit, but we've got to live with them. So Brighton Museum says Father Christmas is too white. Yeah, Father Christmas is too white, is he? Wow. It says Santa is not qualified to judge naughty children from other cultures, says museum. All right, is this because they don't share the same culture as us? So something that a Western kid would find naughty, like an Eastern kid wouldn't find naughty, or vice versa and stuff. It's bollocks, isn't it? It's so sad. It's so sad that actually somebody has actually written like a full thesis or something on this, or even just a news article on this. Somebody has actually sat down, written this about Santa Claus being racist. And you just have to ask yourself, what what kind of person is that? What kind of person sits down and writes that crap? It's pure nonsense, and I'm sorry, kids, if you're like 5 years old and watching this. I hope you're not, because you shouldn't be watching this. But if you are, I'm sorry to say that there is no Santa. Okay, there's no Santa. It's all made up. I'm destroying lives right now. It's all made up. It's your parents that buy you presents, and this is just a nonsense article that just doesn't matter in the real world. It's I mean, Brighton Museum says Father Christmas is too white. What are you talking about? You idiots, you suck. Brighton, do you know what? Brighton Museum just withdraw their funding because of this nonsense. Absolute drivel. Just fuck off, you morons. Just absolute waste of time. Farmers across France and Europe continue to revolt against the EU. Yes! Go on, farmers. We love the farmers. Yes, so if you haven't seen it, after this stream, look up farmers in Brussels. Write it down. Get a pen and a bit of paper. Write it down and look up farmers in Brussels. They they spray so much crap around the like the Houses of Parliament and stuff, like the Parliament buildings in Brussels, where the EU meets, the European Union meets, and then they set fire to it, and then they were dumping potatoes, and they was having a great time. To be fair, I mean, if I'd have been there, I'd have been going around with them doing it, just setting fires and stuff. Why not? It's the only way you get any government to listen in this day and age. And I think people have just had enough of the governments not listening to them. So they're becoming more and more willing to do things like this, just to go and dump a load of crap outside the Houses of Parliament and set it on fire. I mean, the farmers in Britain now, they have been threatening to do this as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if in a little while, in the next couple of months, you have Westminster just just filled with crap, a poop. I mean, yes, literal shit. So we've got how global seafood trade is moving forever chemicals from dirty waters to dinner plates. So again, this is all about like when we dump all of our crap, all of our plastics and stuff in the ocean, and the little fishies, they breathe it in, they eat it, and then we catch them, cook them, and eat them. All those chemicals, all those little microplastics and that, the really, really tiny bits of plastic, they're going straight back into our stomachs. It's madness. But this is another thing that annoys me about our governments, because we do our recycling under the impression that our government, it's their responsibility to actually deal with that responsibly and not just dump it in the ocean. That's what we pay taxes for. That's what we pay council tax for, so that the government has funding to deal with our waste responsibly, as it should. And, you find out like 20, 30 years down the line that they've not dealt with it at all. All they've been doing is just dumping it all in the ocean. And then whose fault is it? My fault, for some reason. It's my fault. How is it my fault? I'm not the one. I'm not the one that's ordered those truckloads of shit waste to go and be dumped in the ocean. I've not ordered that. But somehow that's my fault again. I love it how that works. Do you remember when they used to tell you to switch the little red LED off at the bottom of your TVs? Do you remember that? It's like, yeah, you've got coal fires in China and America drilling for oil, and all these places that are ruining the planet with different things that they do, using coal fires, coal burners to generate power and stuff. But somehow it's not them causing any problems. It's somebody sitting in their living room with a little red LED on their TV. That's the main problem, apparently. So again, it's just nonsense. They do a shit job, and then they pass it down the line to the likes of you and me, and just blame us for everything. And it's just absolute nonsense. So, in my opinion, the government, in every way, in every sense of the word, they can go fuck themselves. Frankly, I've absolutely had enough of them. So we've got a guy. What is this? A Welsh, a Welsh choir boy, Amsumana Silla Trawali, a migrant from Gambia, has paralysed a junior doctor, Grace Spence Green, after jumping on her from a third floor of London's Westfield shopping centre. What the fuck? So this guy, this immigrant, this invader from Gambia, jumped on a junior doctor and paralysed her. For for what reason? I mean, Jesus Christ. But he's been convicted of GBH, and he's been jailed for just 4 years. No deportations. So he's from Gambia. He's jumped on a fucking poor woman who was presumably working at the time, a junior doctor. He's jumped on her from a third floor. Madness. And he's only been convicted of GBH, and he's only going down for 4 years. That's insanity. That's why there's no law and order in Britain, because everyone knows you're just going to get away with everything. Unless you write a hurty tweet, you're absolutely fine. Do as you want. It's all absolutely fine. But yeah, jump on a woman and paralyze her. You're fine. No problem. Okay. So a 17-year-old hijab-wearing Muslim has been detained after blowing out a menorah, which is for those that don't know, it's the Jewish candles. They sort of go up like that, the Jewish candles. And she's stumbled across one in a museum, and she's done what Muslims do, and basically blown it out. She's blown all the candles out, while her relative is stood there clapping her. So she goes and blows out the candles for no reason. She's just an arsehole. And her friend who's with her claps as she does it. So that's the mentality of the people you've got coming into Britain. Got to love it, ain't you? Where do you go from there, If that's their mentality, where do you go from there? So we've got Lefty. Police report 34% increase in Glasgow sex crimes, including concerning rise in rapes. So the police in Scotland warns that reporting of sexual crime continues to rise, with 137 rapes reported in the first 6 months of 2025, along with 197 sexual assaults. Is that report? That's just in Glasgow. That's not all of Scotland. That's just in Glasgow. That's incredible, isn't it? So, in 6 months in Glasgow, 137 rapes. Man, that's crazy. That's disgusting. People, fucking hell. How is there not a revolution yet? I don't understand. Why aren't we marching in the streets trying to drag the government down, hold them to account for the absolute shit show that they're making us go through here in Britain? It's absolutely disgusting. So there is a British Islamic convert called Mohammed Tim Humble. Here he is advocating for stoning people to death to be introduced in the UK. So that sounds good, doesn't it? So adultery, presumably anything that's considered serious in Islam, you just get taken up to the street. I think they bury you up to your waist, but maybe they'll let that go here in Britain when they introduce it. And then, yeah, just throw stones at that person, usually a woman, until they're, gone, dead. So that's fantastic. I look forward to that being brought into England. Lovely. Indian and Nigerian nationals filled more jobs in Britain between 2019 and 2023. Yeah, so so the main people getting jobs in Britain between 2019 and 2023 are Nigerian and Indian in Britain. Fantastic, isn't it? You got to love it. So yeah, so somebody who was a Indian, Nigerian, UK nationals figures revealed. Political Greg Heffer, political correspondent, did a Freedom of Information request to the HMRC, and the biggest growth in employment over the period was among Indian nationals. 487,900 Indian nationals given jobs. And this is compared to an increase of 278,700 employments given to Nigerian nationals. That's insane. And an increase of 257,000 employments among UK nationals. So yeah, I mean, what is it? Indian nationals, they are nearly more than double that of UK people getting jobs, employments. And it makes sense when you think about it, because you literally get jobs nowadays, don't you, where it says white people need not apply, white men need not apply. But apparently that's fine, it's absolutely fine, not a problem at all. And this is the country we live in now. So if anyone was watching the darts the other night, or any night of this week, frankly, you may have heard the old sign that I've got here: Keir Starmer's a wanker, on that camera there. Keir Starmer's a wanker. They were singing it at the darts. I did hear, now don't quote me on this, not sure if this is fact or not, but it was, because it goes out live, it was somebody's job to filter that when they heard the Keir Starmer's a wanker. It was somebody's job to filter that so you wouldn't hear it across the TV. But they didn't. So I'm hoping that was somebody working at Sky Sports that just thought, I'm not filtering this out. If that's how people feel, then I'll let them chant and scream and shout and let their voices be heard. Because it's when you stop listening to people that they, muck spread shit all over Westminster. So, but I love it, to be honest. I absolutely love it. I love hearing the Keir Starmer's a wanker chant on the darts. I think it's fantastic. He absolutely deserves it as well. The man is a cretin. Okay, so face masks reintroduced in all clinical areas within hospitals. So this is in Lincolnshire. In Lincolnshire, they are reintroducing. They're reintroducing face masks, specific places, clinical areas within hospitals and community diagnostic centres in Lincolnshire. Additional infection prevention and control measure was reintroduced on Tuesday. So this has already gone ahead. This has already happened on Tuesday, the December 23rd, due to an increase in respiratory illnesses in the county's hospitals, such as flu. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing it again. If I need to go to the hospital and they say put on a mask, I'm just leaving. I don't need to visit anyone that much, and I'm not going to be that ill that I'm willing to wear a mask again. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope. These hospitals that have already made this change, that are already doing this. One second. I'm just going to turn my screen down. It's blinding me. Lincoln County Hospital, Pilgrim Hospital in Boston, Grantham and District Hospital, County Hospital in Louth, Skegness Hospital, John Coupland Hospital in Gainsborough, and Johnson Community Hospital in Spalding. So if you're going to any of those hospitals at all from now until the end of time, I think it's going to be, just be aware that you're going to need to wear a mask, because they're going to be dipshits about it. So just be aware. We've then got shoppers say, this is in Lincoln, shoppers say the high street becoming unaffordable for Christmas. Well, yeah, I mean, this has always been the case since the rise of online shopping. Everyone knows you can get anything, really, anything cheaper online. I mean, I'm one of those people, if I see something in a shop I like, I'll look at the price there, and I'll look it up online. And if I can get it cheaper online, then I will. Whilst I'm in the shop, why not? I mean, it's one of those things. You've got to be competitive. I'm not going to spend extra money just to keep the high street alive, when frankly it's not competitive anymore. So I mean, town centres now, shopping areas, I mean, turn them into youth zones or something like that, build skate parks and stuff like that there, because high street shopping, it's just not the way. It's lost. It's already lost the battle, and it's already lost the war. It's lost the battle. It's lost the war. It's just lost. No one, as far as I can tell, is high street shopping anymore, other than the elderly, really, who don't know how to get online, who don't know how to find things. God bless them. But there you go. One of those things, isn't it? So, 2 men have been found guilty of plotting a mass shooting targeting Jewish people in Manchester. Now, I'm not going to say who the culprits were, but I'll let you make your mind up. So, 2 men have been found guilty of plotting a mass shooting targeting Jewish people. This is one of those things where it's not going to stop, you know. And one of the, like I heard the other day, there was one where a bomb was found, and that was foiled. That plan, they were plotting to blow up an area of Manchester, which is, yeah, the same. It's all going on in Manchester apparently. But it's, yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it because I want you to get there yourself, you know, work out who it is yourself. But you already know who this is doing it, and it's just insanity. But what, sooner or later, one of them will get through. That's been 2 this week that I know of, that have been prevented by the police and MI5 and whoever else. But make no mistake, there will be one get through fairly soon, that will do some damage. We have had terrorist attacks in Britain before. Never forget that. So it can happen again, and it will happen again. The government have lost control of the people. Huge victory for British farmers. Keir Starmer backs down on an inheritance tax. Well, is it though? It's not a big win for British farmers, because all he said is, rather than taxing the bollocks off of properties worth 2 million, anything up above 2 million, he's raised that to 2.5 million. Now that to me isn't a win, because if your farm is worth 2.5 million, the property's worth that and the land is worth that, but that doesn't mean you have that equity. That doesn't mean you have that in cash, does it? I mean, let's face it. If you won a, I don't know, a competition, and you won a house in that competition worth £1 million, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to keep that house worth £1 million, because obviously you're going to have higher tax brackets, you're going to have higher council tax, you're going to have higher maintenance costs, heating bills, all of that stuff. So again, just because you have that land, just because you have that property, it doesn't mean you're rich. It doesn't mean you can run it. It doesn't mean you have cash, for God's sake. And again, that's something that I think a lot of people in Britain don't get. So for me, that's not a win. That's not a win at all. It's just pushing the burden onto people with bigger farms. So what you're going to see now is a load of bigger farms are going to downsize, sell their land, build properties and shit all over it, and ruin the countryside so that they can get that below that 2.5 million. That's all it's going to do. And then, yeah, and then they'll just be like, well, I can't pay inheritance tax, or I shouldn't pay inheritance tax because my farm is worth less than 2.5 million. That's all that's going to happen. So yeah, you're going to get bigger farmers now, bigger farms, bigger fields, that are just going to become smaller, and you're going to get more places where houses are going to get built, and it's just going to ruin the countryside. But fuck it, I mean, it's what we're accepting. So there you go. 6 UK Home Office immigration officers have been charged with money laundering offences. Yeah, not surprised. Yeah, this is what they do. This is our government. you've you've got the corruption minister, who got done for corruption. You've got you've got the housing minister that kicked her tenants out, and moved in a load of new people at a higher rate of tax, rent rate. So they're all at it. They've all got their fingers in pies, and just no respect among any of them. If any Labour government MP, mayor, anything like that, they're all just absolute scum. They haven't got an ounce of dignity, integrity amongst them. It's so pathetic. Then we've got pro-Palestine convoy shouting "fuck the Jews," rape their daughters in a megaphone. CPS dropped the charges. Then we've got chanting "death to Jewish people." Crown Prosecution Services dropped the charges. A quick deleted post about asylum hotels, and you go to prison. So again, it's highlighting the blatant hypocrisy of the CPS, the Crown Prosecution Services, and the two-tiered workings of it. I mean, that is crazy, isn't it? If you put a post up, presumably on X, if you put a post up saying, "I don't like these invaders," you go to prison for that. But if you drive around in a Jewish area, chanting "death to Jewish people," not a problem. You can do that all day long. That's absolutely fine. If you go to a pro-Palestine march shouting "fuck the Jews, rape their daughters" into a megaphone, again, not a problem. No prison time or anything. You carry on. It is what it is. Yeah. And that's the country that we live in. We are at 35 minutes, so I'm going to call it a day there. I hope you like the new setup. I'm excited for for 2026. See where it goes. Some of you know that follow my channel, I'm back in the gym, so that's going well. I am going to be starting a MetaQuest. What do you call it? Oh, I can't think. I'm going to start streaming some MetaQuest footage of different games on that. So hopefully you'll join me for that. Obviously, this not the evening news. I shall continue into 2026, doing it from this office, from this chair. Yes, we're loving it. And enjoy your Christmas Eve, everyone. I hope you get all the presents you want. I hope you behave. I hope you get, have a few drinks and that, get merry. And, Santa's coming tonight. Or is he? Cheers, everyone. Have a good Christmas.